Yes, my name is Austin Oyibode on Emerald TV this evening. The topic for discussion this evening is on life as a village boy. I want to tell a story of my life as a village boy. I was brought up in a village so many years back, and the village is named Ogbubezi in our west, Sabongidara, Edo State. Actually, I was born in that village. And all my parents actually were not brought up from that area. They migrated to that village. And then I was born there. It's a typical village. It's not like village of these days where you have light and there are tar roads. Then it was a typical village. There are no lights. There are no roads. There are no water. Everything is typically sandy, dusty, and nothing like water. That was the village life then. But we were happy in that village. Our life was mainly around it was a communal life. We're living with friends, we're living with neighbors, everybody was happy. What work were we doing there? It was majorly farming. Our parents were essentially farmers in those days in the village. And we cultivated different kind of crop, ranging from cassava, plantain, pepper, yam, just name them. Those kind of crop, we're planting them and we're harvesting them. We go to farm every day, except Sunday sometime. If not, apart from that, every other day we go to farm. And then we go to farm, we help our mothers in the farm. When the time to harvest the crops, we join them in harvesting the crops. And we're happy in doing these things in the village in those days. We plant all kinds of crops, as I earlier said. We plant them, we go to the crop. Whether it is rainy season, it is dry season, all the season, we are always in the farm. And we're cutting grass. Sometimes we cut grass with cutlasses. Unlike these days where young children, boys, girls, find it difficult using cutlass because they say the hands, because they are they're brought up in the city, the hands will get peeled. We carry cutlass and we cut grasses in the farm. And then we didn't feel anything. We go to a river as part of another part of the village, like we go to the river and we swim in the river. And then whether during the rainy season we swim in the river, during the dry season we swim in the river. And then beside that, we also go for fishing. At some time we use net. At times we use net to go to do the fishing. At times we hook. The kind of hook where we put in the rope, and then we have the hook attached to it, and then we get one attached to it and push it inside the river to catch fish. We do those things, and then we are not even spending money on buying so many things because the village life, we can get everything from the village environment. We go to the farm, we get crop from the farm. We go to the river, we get fish from the river. Then a lot of people get it. So it's only 50 we get from the market in those days. Then again, apart from that, our roads there were not like this road of these days, that every roads are tarred. People clamoring for road to be tarred for them. No, the village of Ogbubezi in those days in our west, and those still there, the road was not tarred. The road was not tarred. In fact, during the rainy season, when the water comes, it will overflow the small river, overflow the bridge, and the bridge will be carried away. You can imagine the bridge will be carried away. And now to go to the market, market is very far away, far from the village where we're living. It's like, for those of us that are in Asaba, it's like we live in Asaba. It's like the market is in a place like Asaba. And then somebody coming from Ogwashuku to Asaba for the market. And so it's even farther than that. You see now the road, when rain falls, the bridge will be overtaken by the water. At times, blow away the bridge. And then how do we cross the bridge? Become another Herculean task, another big battle. You see now, so some people will carry plank, put it across the bridge, and then men of four will start crossing, and then the road to the other side, very, very muddy, very bad. So even the vehicle we will enter, it was pickup. Pickup will come from the town and take people to the market. Before we even get to the village, to the market, to get away to enter the pickup, everywhere is muddy, everywhere is bad. That was their life in the village then. But by the grace of God, many of us navigated through those systems. We attended school I attended a primary school in that village, and everything was okay. In those days, when we were going to the school, we go to farm with our teachers. We go to farm with our teacher. Our teacher will take us to their farm, and then we will farm for the teacher, help them to take care of their crops. At times we will help them to fetch water in their home. A whole day can be spent in our teacher's farm, our teachers in the school there. We can spend a whole day in their farm, doing their work. We won't come back home. We just do small thing in the classroom, and then we'll go home. That was life in the village. There was bush everywhere. So our teacher has the opportunity of using some of those bushes for that farm, and then we were there to cut the grasses as our teacher. Everything was fine. But unlike these days where you see people don't even to cut grass is a problem. But unlike that, we did all these things for our teacher, and we didn't feel them. Our parents were not even bothered. Our parents were not worried, and we went through the school system, and the school system passed through all of us. So we didn't feel it. Unlike now, that any small issue, parents will cry. Social media has made everything to be so bad in the nation that any small thing, somebody will video it and share it out. In those days, there was nothing like that. And to me, even life in those days was better than this one. Because the challenge we have today are not part of those days. Those days, things were easy. Things were simple. It was a simple life people were living. Unlike now that things are so complex because of technology, because of innovation, because of science, because of development, things are getting complex for people to lose. But then, life was simple. It was a communal life, and everybody was doing fine. We can walk from place to place, from one house to the other, eat, drink, and come back home and be happy. So, for those of us listening to me, I'm going to tell you that life then was sweet. Life then was beautiful. Life then was interesting compared to life of today. So it's good. Cast your mind back. You listening to me now. How was your life in those days? If you are about 40 years above now, or let me say 30 years even, if you are 30 years above now, you will recall. And if you were brought up in the village, if you were not brought up in the village, you would understand what I'm saying now. Yes, if you were not brought up in the village, you would understand what I'm saying. But if you were brought up in a village, typical village for that matter, I'm not talking about a village that has a tar road, has light. No, that is not a village. I mean, typical village. There's no light. There's no tar road. There's no water. That you go to river, fetch water, carry it on your head, carry it on your head, and then climb hills and take it home. That is the village I'm referring to. If you were brought up in such a village, you understand what I am saying now, that you cast your mind back, you will know that this is so. We sleep in mud houses. Mud. Everywhere is sandy. We put mats on it. Use this kind of light that will pump the light, and they give us light. And we used to read a book. We used to sleep. All these lights of those days, they were not there. But it was an enjoyable life. Although those stories are past for now. But I still believe that there are some communities that may still be experiencing what I'm saying now. Yes, they are still there. So you listen to me, cast your mind back. How were you brought up? How was life of yours in those days? If you are 40 years now, or 50, or 60, you understand the story I'm talking about. Yes, and again, except you were brought up from the village, is when you want. If you are not brought up in the village, you will never understand what I am saying. So these are nice experiences that we can cast our mind back and tell story about. You yourself, how is your story? How were you brought up? How is life? But the grace of we pass those experiences. Now we're in the city, and life is better. Life is beautiful. We have left those days. I begin to imagine how were we actually able to survive those days. Ahead, with the age of technology we are now, with the technology that is advancing our lifestyle these days, how were we able to live life in those days? I can't just tell how it was, but we're able to circumvent, and we're able to pass through life. Today we are happy as we have passed those stages. We are now in a new life. God bless all of us. Thank you for listening to my story. I hope to hear your story on the comment section. Tell me your life story, your history, your primary school story, your secondary story, your village life story. How it was there. Tell us your story. Like our page. Comment your life story and share. Let somebody learn a little thing from you. And then you will have blessed somebody by your story. Thank you very much.